because the only place that can hurt the governor is the House of Assembly. And no court, no democracy can stop that from happening. But we must try to stop this politics of betrayal and politics of treachery. Because it does not even allow for full succession. Prof, in everything you said here, the word that was missing was sustainability. You can have sustainability in good policies and governance when the person taking over from you is interested in not destroying you alone, but destroying everything that you did. In my state, they used to go to even the airport I built and move the plaque. I commissioned a road, they will go and move it so that my name will not be there again. But you know, if you are a politician, note, you must have a position. As people oppose you, they are also the footprints and the steps that you use to go higher. When you serve with dedication, with passion, and with godliness, with open heart, God will eventually and certainly lift you higher. And that is my prayer today for you. This weekend, you are not the minister of FCT by chance. It is a reward for the Right Honorable Speaker. River said, oh, he's here? I thought the government... so I'm very happy to hear... that the Right Honorable Speaker of the River State House of Assembly is here. The Right Honorable Speaker, I'm sure you are here with many of your members. They are all over. Oh, my God. So the government is complete then. Because for those of you who may not understand politics, we were taught even while in school that the parliament can turn a woman into a man and a man into a woman. And as a governor, my greatest fear was my House of Assembly. So because of that, I never traveled anywhere without my speaker. So anytime I don't see him for a day, I'll send somebody to his house to find out. So he can go and have lunch with me. So, then I'll use idea to look at his face, whether he was happy with me or not. So, because the only place that can hurt the governor is the House of Assembly. And no court, no democracy can stop that from happening. I hope you know that. So,
as in the wind, he does with us, as he does with us,
any president that wants to survive, like Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, must hold his speaker and his Senate president very closely, like he's holding us. That is the truth. Recently, he conferred on us GCON, two of us, Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger. Whether he loved it or not, he did it. You must hold the two chambers together. Am I saying the right? So, I don't know what is happening in River State, but I do hope that the successor to Yeso Wike realizes the fact that no matter how the bird flies, the legs are pointing to the ground. Something must be wrong. Today is not for politics, today is for Yeso Wike. But sometimes I wonder, as a politician, I would never have been a governor, given the resources of River State. And then I disagree with my house, and I'm not able to coach at least one member out of the other group. So if I don't do that, it means there's something wrong with my political philosophy. So I don't care what people say, but we must try to stop this politics of betrayal and politics of treachery. Because it does not even allow for full succession. Prof, in everything you said here, the word that was missing was sustainability. You can have sustainability in good policies and governance when the person taking over from you is interested in not destroying you alone, but destroying everything that you did. In my state, they used to go to even the airport I built and move the plaque. I commissioned a road, they will go and move it so that my name will not be there again. But you know, if you are a politician, note, you must have a position. As people oppose you, they are also the footprint and the steps that you use to go higher. When you serve with dedication, with passion, and with godliness, with open heart, God will eventually and certainly lift you higher. And that is my prayer today for you. Listen, Wike, you are not the minister of FCT by chance. It is a reward for the hard work that you put in Rivers. After I come and ask me, and I will tell you, when men say there's a casting down, God upstairs says, no, there's a lifting up. It doesn't lift you up because you know how to abuse people. It lifts you up because he knows your heart, that your heart is pure. I was discussing with some of my colleagues senators, and I said, I don't know how somebody will quarrel with a man like this. If he shouts here, even while we are sitting there, by the time I get to that door, he has forgotten. He will be the one to carry the phone and call me and say, so when are you going to the house for lunch? And he has forgotten that we quarrel, then I'll tell him after the quarrel. So I had a singular opportunity. Just let me tell you, for the good people of Rivers State, why I supported this man to the governor. One of the reasons was that he came to my state and I did what they call underground pipe drainage system, where pipes were going 40 feet below the houses and going from one location. One was about 10.8 kilometers. A place called Itam Junction that was permanently flooded for almost 39 years. We go there now, it's a tourist attraction. We fly over with everything. Then there's underground pipe drainage system that enable even the infrastructure of the roads are built to last 14 years after without a single pothole in Akpabio. This man entered under the underground pipe drainage system. He stood there. After a while, I turned and I saw tears in his eyes. And I said, Honourable Minister, what is the problem? He said, if I'm ever given the opportunity to be governor of Rivers State, I'll turn Rivers State around. So it wasn't a surprise to me when you came here, and even we in the APC, I remember the then Vice President came here, and the first thing he said after going around, he just turned to you and said, Mr. Roger, you are not the one that gave yourself down there. It is not your party that even recognized that. I don't think your party is capable of recognizing people who work hard. It is only the APC that has that capacity to recognize people who work hard. That is why the APC fished you out and brought you out and gave you the Federal Capital Territory, and the difference is very clear. I lived in Asokoro, and then there was this overhead bridge. If you are coming from the villa, and then you cross it to Asokoro. In fact, my brother, I have to be honest, you are a miracle worker. You know, minister after minister, for over 20 years, that place remained like that. When you came in and you started your Wike magic, I didn't know how. One day I passed there and I shouted at my boys. I said, where are you to take me to? And they said, we are going to the house. I said, stop. This is not the way to the house. He said, sir, you know, he closed this place for about 2 weeks or so. This is what he has produced. So I came out of the car and I went to his place. May God bless you and your generation. People, you can't have it all. You must have a few people who criticize you. But just to say, God would know that Lee Kuan Yew, the man that turned Singapore from third world to first world, he used to arrest some of his enemies. Whenever he wanted to bring down a structure, they would shout. He would lock them up. 2-3 years later, he will bring the same person out and say, what you are seeing here? Say, 18 stories. Don't you like it? Say, the president, this is wonderful. He said, you can now go home. I had to lock you up in order to bring this because I must change the status of Singapore. It's not easy for you to change a place. One of my senators yesterday, Senator Shiro, had to stand up in Parliament and shouted I said, we can't hamstring this man. We must allow him to transform the FCT from a slum into a capital city. And if you know the man I'm talking about, you'll be amazed. I did not expect such outbursts from him. But he's a very quiet man. But I think it was more out of anger. So, my brother, only one thing that I have done, I've discovered today. I've discovered that you are celebrating your 60th birthday. And I can't remember when I celebrated 60. So I can only say that from today, you have to give me respect. I'm your senior brother. Not because I'm fellow president, because I'm your senior by age. So happy birthday to my junior brother. So my dear friends and great women of Rivers State, great women of Rivers State, great mothers of Rivers State, they are all well pleased. God will bless the women of Rivers State for producing a son like this from Wike. I don't want to say anything today, but let me quickly just give a brief address. So, dear friends gathered today, we are here as members of the National Assembly, including the chairman of FCT in the House of Reps, Betrayals, Right Honorable Betrayal. Everybody knows him. To celebrate not just the years in your life, but to celebrate the life in your life. Yes, Wike, we are not celebrating the years of your life. We are celebrating the life in your life. The life in the years that you have lived. Very powerful. And the countless ways that you have enriched the life of others, the Rivers State people, Nigerians as a whole. I know a lot of people who have given testimonies of how you have taught them in various states of the Federation. Continue to be a humanist and a Nigerian patriot. Born in the tumultuous year of 1967, when the fabric of our nation was being tested in the fires of conflict. Maybe that is what is happening, that is what is influencing you. That was the year you were born. When the fabric of our nation was being tested, you emerged. Not in the safety of calm waters, but amidst the storm itself, when Nigeria was just beginning the war. So the war entered inside you. But the war of what? The war of transformation. The war of infrastructural renaissance. And the war of love for Rivers State. I would have told them the story of how you love them, but I wouldn't go past it. And then, if the Rivers people do not appreciate you, please begin to love Akpabio. We appreciate you. Niger Delta, we appreciate you. South, we appreciate you. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Akpabio Bola Ahmed Tinubu, appreciates your work and appreciates you. The government of the APC, we appreciate you. I've seen the National Secretary of APC, Sam Daddy, and he was, PDP. Sam at the time was the policeman of the Senate in the Senate. I've seen the Deputy National Chairman and all. I don't know. It's good that you came, but the truth is that PDP, you don't deserve a man like Wike now. That's why we are all waiting to grab him. So, continue with those who continue to betray. You might have chosen to arrive in a more tranquil time, but instead you bravely came forth into the fray when Nigeria was at war. It is perhaps this very fortitude that has shaped your character, allowing you to rise like an eagle, soaring high above the tempest that besets us. As a two-term governor, you have been a leader of the people, a visionary who acts with purpose, and a great friend whose care for others knows no bounds. Your dedication to uplifting communities as a governor Now, as an honorary minister of FCT, you've been a minister before, but this particular one is very impactful. Has left serious marks, indelible marks, upon our nation's history. The bridges you have constructed, both of steel and of spirit, stand as testaments to your commitment to progress and unity. I recognize the fire within you long before you even stepped into public arena as chairman of Akpabio local government area. You were indeed a great secret waiting to be unveiled for the nation to behold. Your contributions to the political landscape of Nigeria, particularly during your governorship years, shine like a beacon of hope. Many would rather say that you have done better now as minister than when you were governor. But I can tell you, your character is to continue to improve upon your performance. You are now fighting to challenge yourself. I became an uncommon governor, I did this, I did that. Each time I look at you, I keep pleading with you, don't overdo. I allow my record to still remain, but I can see that you are very determined to break my record. So, your charismatic leadership and staunch advocacy for the rights of your constituents have focused on the pillars of infrastructure, education, and healthcare. Your passion for sports, I won't mention Real Madrid. Your passion for sports, particularly football, and your commitment to nurturing the talents of our youth reflect your unwavering belief in the potential of the next generation of Nigerians. You have earned a reputation, my brother, as a leader of uncompromising integrity, speaking truth in every facet of life, even to higher authorities. Circumstances will not allow me to unwind most of the things that you have had to say. But one of them will be that agreement is
Agreement is agreement, yo. Jai. Agreement is agreement, yo. Time no reach to walk, you come again, they do nonsense. Agreement is agreement, yo.
Let us not forget, on this auspicious occasion, the steadfast support of your beloved wife, Her Excellency Mrs. Wike. She has stood beside you through trials and triumphs alike. Her strength and encouragement complementing your leadership in extraordinary ways. Together, you exemplify a partnership that inspires countless souls. Growing that love and unity can elevate a leader's impact to unparalleled heights. I salute your wife, I salute your son, I salute your family for sacrificing you to Nigeria. Now let us take a moment to appreciate your infectious spirit, which has the power to lighten the gravest of situations with your wit and your charm. Sometimes you shout, sometimes you dance. I know a lot of people do not know that you have the best dancers in Africa, among the countries. You remind us that politics is not merely a realm of policies and procedures. It is also the core value of politics. It's all about the people. About laughter, about comradeship, about remembering your friends, but not forgetting your enemies. And the shared joy of community and communal living. May this birthday, my brother, bring you as much joy as you have bestowed upon many others. And may you embrace even more adventures, more successes, and an ever-increasing momentum in your noble service to our beloved fatherland. Here is to another year of making a difference, inspiring change, and of course, sharing that signature smile that you are known for, that warms our hearts and makes us to continue to get attracted to you. On my part, I would say that I would know that my colleagues will permit me. You happen to be the only minister I've had the privilege of visiting. I come to your house even when you are not expecting me. So I apologize. I'm not supposed to visit a minister. So I apologize for this news of Wike. Two of you are doing so well in the cabinet. I know other ministers will join. Tunji Ojo, Olububi Ojo, Minister of Interior, is doing so well. You are also a great shining example. My brother, Honourable Minister Patel, in health, is doing so well. We very soon will ask you for your record, because we are the ones supervising you, so we can say this. But I can tell you that history will record your name positively in this country at the end of your term. Happy birthday, Your Excellency, my dear brother. It is my fervent prayer that the years ahead will be filled with even more splendid moments, and that the remainder of your journey on earth be more glorious than the past. This is our